see what we got here. Hey, what's up? Cool one. What? Cool flu one. What's up, RD? How's it going, guys? Sin Yee. What's up? I just watching. I want to get me a thing. That's the way. It looks like we flipped all over. There you go. All right. That was PK walking by. And Sin just caught a spot debating to go home now. Yeah, man. And that's from Sin. Clue Flu 1 Sunday Stroll. Nice. Culture NYC, the real deal. What's good, Rob? Not much. High power. BIA3. Chilling here with PK. He's off to the side here. You guys want to ask him any questions? He's sitting here next to me. PK, nope. Yeah. All right. Coat NYF. Yo, what's good, RD? Not much, man. Chilling. Culture NYC. Yo, PK. DF. It's DF.
What's up, Jeff?
He said, what's up? You heard him? Yeah, DF. The letter D and the F?
Yeah, DREF. It has to be DREF. That's the only DF I know.
DREF, right? Yeah, he said hi, DREF. Hi, pal. What's good, Rob? Fruit, whereas, yo. Yo, what's good, RD? Yo, PK, it's DREF. All right. My boy PK, no, Culture NYC. What? Yeah, sure. No problem, man. The dog will probably open it, but I'll flip it back out. Yeah, my son has been doing this beautiful big painting. It's huge. He's probably going to get it out of here today, but really beautiful, you know. He was doing it outside in front of the building, painted with the sunlight and stuff. It's like an old man, like a beggar, holding a hat. It's big. It's bigger than, it's like 7 feet tall and like 4 feet long. Yeah. All right, let's go some Sunday layups. Cool Flu 1. Ain't nothing out there like that no more, man. Used to be the good shit, but it don't run no more. I think it really could, like as far as it goes with the graffiti. I think you could get it out there like that again. It's just everyone's got to, instead of, you see what it is, I said this before, a lot of people, they concentrate on doing, something pretty that they could get pictures of and go back to their country. But if a lot of people start doing insides, which they lock the insides, and it's all new keys. It's been that way. But still, just doing a bunch of fill-ins and shit like that. You could probably catch insides, yeah, if you check the doors.
You need a skeleton key. You get the skeleton key.
Yeah, but they're different now, aren't they?
No, you get a skeleton key and you file them down. That's for the letter lines.
Yeah.
The letter lines, you file them down and they will work. Because that's how I used to do it.
I used to use a sardine. You remember the thing that you stick through the sardine?
But that was just
and the twist. I would just take it and bend it down with a vice grip.
Yeah, but that was just for the 1s, 2s, and 3s.
The 6s.
I'm talking about the swivel.
Oh, the lightning bolt. Yeah, I could never make nothing like that.
You shape. Believe me, we went out of our way back in the early 80s. We would file them down until they fit. They're able to fit in between the swivel.
You actually just file down where you need the swivel.
And
you barely touch. That's crazy shit. Yeah. So you know more about Brooklyn writers. Who was up a lot back in the days on the letter lines, like Crook, Sass, and stuff like that. I was talking about before. Everyone old Revs this that, but I never saw them up like that. Like they were really mopping down the insides.
No. The old back when I started writing.
Yeah, like some old Astoria cats, old Brooklyn cats, all them dudes. Because I lost my shit's the Bronx and Manhattan.
Yeah.
But talk loud so they can hear you.
When I started writing, the writers that were up a lot were AC, BT, Tax, Crook, Roaches, Ren.
Yeah, KGB, Renard, right? Yeah, Renegade. But he was from downtown, I think. He wasn't really a Brooklyn writer. I mean, that's kind of like, but then Lower East Side dudes, TNS and stuff, they kind of fall under that, like a Brooklyn / writing, because they hung out.
Chick, SS.
Yeah.
LEE3.
LEE3, yeah.
Wow, those. I just got to think. Right now, you got me off track, but let me just I'll get back to you.
And some old Queens writers, some old Astoria writers.
Oh my God, old school writers. KB, KZ, Kono. Let me see.
You're still a little closer so I can hear you. I think they hear it.
Let me see. Wow. AM, MB, BB.
BB Costs, right?
Yeah. BB was right now. It's not a good story, but he's doing good. Let me see who else.
I remember hearing some shit like one day the dudes that snuck out on Rikers Island or something.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, he actually escaped. Right? They climbed down a fucking Rikers.
He was a bad man. Good dude, bro. He should be getting out soon, though. Again.
I remember that. Like he climbed out the window in the infirmary or something, or Rikers Island or some shit with bed sheets.
Yeah. So, like, from Astoria, Joey, FWD, Jeff, Jice, TBW, Max,
Form, right?
I mean, it's Kesa, Rank, EK, me,
Ken Ross, your brother, right?
JF, Chrysler.
Yeah, that's another one. I bumped into him once down in Staten Island Mall. I mean, I remember I was swimming in his pool, Chrysler.
And I
remember Chrysler used to have a pool, above ground pool in his backyard. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many.
Yeah, Rank, TRK. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Jeff comes on here sometimes. He says hi to me. So come on, ask us something. What's up, man? You got a lot of people. See them all boom, 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 boom down the side there. Let me see who we skipped over. What the hell was that? Oh, it's the dog on the light there. Yeah, just push that white. All right, so you can spot debate this, that, blah, 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 blah. All right, Fruit was Code FL. Yo, what's good, RD? Yo, PK, it's DF. All right, my boy PK Note. Culture Queens get the money. Cool flew on. Let's go to some Sunday layups. High power. Gotta get PK to tap a canvas. I'm working on getting Irish on a canvas. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that's High Power BIA from up in Harlem. Yeah. Sin Yo PK. Who you vamp? Rob don't like to talk about people who vamped. Maybe he'll let you. Yeah, I don't talk about I don't know. I talk about people I robbed. I just don't talk about people that I fought fair and beat. You got me? I robbed a lot of motherfuckers. I'll talk about that. I ain't got no problem with that. That's fair game. But now when you start talking about like who I fought and beat, look, just the last week or something like that, I went on here. I talked about people that refused to fight me just because you guys are acting like, oh, they're this, they're that. And I'm like, actually, them dudes is punks. And I come on there. I just talk about people that actually refused to fight me. And I've even explained situations where I myself have bailed out with big old Patty Tierney and them from uptown. When I was like, this down with my girlfriend, like I've explained and stuff. And it's just a natural thing of the streets, but you guys don't get that stuff. But yeah, I just simply am mentioning people that refuse to fight me. And you go apes. Imagine if I tell you all the people I beat up and abused and like fought fair one. Oh, no, technically he slipped. His shoelace wasn't tied. Or you snuffed him or this, that. Yeah, come on. You guys are opening a can of worms, man. Believe me, you don't want me to go there. All right, RD, much love. Culture NYC, LEE3. All right, JP, I thought Lower East Side was TCK. I never even heard of TCK. Did you?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Never touch the stuff.
Yeah. All right. Dan Shores. RD, are you going to the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
No.
No. But Joey was just telling me it's going on. All right. KR1 from Culture NYC. We can hear clearly. That's good. All right. Imagine anything. How are you today? I'm okay. I'm good. A little busy, but yeah, that's why I'm going live. I didn't actually prepare a video. All right, Doc Gooden, KW. All right, Culture NYC, Jeff, Culture NYC, Rank, TRK. Imagine anything high, imagine anything high, imagine anything high, imagine anything high. Culture NYC, PK No, Queens Legend. Is the air quality getting better in New York City right now? Yeah, it seems better. What do you think?
Hell yeah, 100%.
Yo, that shit was fucked up, man.
Was fucked up.
You were out there? Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
What?
Yo, that shit was stagnant. I got like the asthma and the COPD.
I was inhaling that shit. I thought I was in a barbecue. I was happy.
Well, I'm thinking to myself, they're saying, oh, don't worry about that, just burning a bunch of trees. But me, I'm in the medical business, and I know about carbon monoxide and poisoning of carbon monoxide. It's technically cigarettes and tobacco is just trees. So, and then I'm thinking to myself, they were saying that shit with 9/11. Oh, don't worry about the air quality. It is fine. You'll be all right.
They're saying you smoked 7 cigarettes
that day. Yeah.
That day.
Yeah. So I don't, you can't put much into that shit. You gotta have your own common sense. You know what I'm saying? And then just the shit filtering and moving through, it could act almost as a host to like other airborne particles. Like, all right, say it's just burnt trees, which like the number one leading cause of people that die in fires is them smoking. The smoke inhalation makes them faint. They die, and then they get burned up. In a situation like this, you got smoke, and you're inhaling it. Carbon monoxide's no good straight up the bat, whether it's organic or chemical made or what. Now, of course, depending on the compounds of it, it could become more hazardous to you as it goes along. Now, when I'm talking about the thing travel 700 miles, 200 and something miles or something further down. Now, as that thing's going down and it's picking up other pollutants that are a lighter weight, catches onto it and travels other particles down that you inhale and get. So it's the original barrier of it is smoke, but then the primary you get me, can carry something else. It's just like you could put Kool-Aid in water and turn it into like high C or like a Gatorade or something.
And that's why it was orange when it got to New York City, because they wanted to drink it.
So that shit. PK is for time for a comeback. PK. All right, JP. Can't call it a comeback if he ain't ever went nowhere. All right, JP, you ever get into it with the Vandal Squad? No.
Who the fuck?
They questioned me after my arrest. They questioned me. They sat me down. They said, you did this? I was like, no, I didn't. They're like, you did this? No. They joke around with it, but other than that, no. That was 2017. I've never really been caught for since 87 was my last arrest, I think, with NASH. Yeah, 1987. And up until 2017. So I had a good run. I didn't bump into them like that. What were you saying?
None. I never been caught.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Some idiots say come on here and troll, and what it boils down to is, I think people come on here and they don't know what the fuck we're talking about, because these are graffiti writers in an area of time that no longer exists, and most of these people have died and faded off, and a lot of these people that write these books and they have these platforms, they don't talk about them because it doesn't benefit them in any way, acknowledging their existence. As a matter of fact, some people actually steal their stories and what they've done and twist it into their own. But what they do is people come on here and they're like, well, we're not talking about King Reese or the great Revs. Oh, God, this thing's boring. So they come on and they just start writing some bullshit in there. Like on the D's, and I'm like, I never even hit the D's with you. On the D's, and the PK got caught. I'm like, that never happened. What the fuck you talking about? I never hit the D train with you. But yeah, you can't put into that shit. It's funny how people are. That's like that liberal mindset, like the blue hair. It's like if they're not heard, they start going on. But I don't want to make this all about that shit. Let's keep it moving here. It's actually been very mellow lately. Hi, RD. When did you paint your last Subway? Did you try Subways again sometime after the era? Yeah, definitely. Been a long time. Longer in the statute of limitations, so it's been a while, maybe 10 years. All right, Benjamin Zal's. How much in fines do I have to pay? What after my arrest? $550. Benjamin Zal, how much you have to pay? Let me pick this thing up a little bit. Mexi, Texas. What are your thoughts on different eras of New York City style? The train era, the 90s, 2000, and the modern day. What do you think of the difference in wise? I've pretty much been explaining that throughout my whole podcast here, so I'm not going to really get into it. It's a lot. It's literally like episode on top of episodes that I've been doing in the past. So just to troggle back a little bit, and you can get my thoughts on stuff like that. Hey, Star. Remember Star? She's on here. Says hi.
Oh, what's up, Star?
And say hi to me. You remember Star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, PK's here. All right, Star. All right, that's not bad at all in fines, LOL. Nah, best money ever spent. Culture NYC, put your glasses on. JP, no, PK's laughing because that's what he's like. Always says, like, yo, you need glasses, dude. If I'm like that, I don't look good, you know?
But you can see now.
Yeah, I can. Holy shit. There you are. What up? The world is so bright. JV could be another or same. I remember TCK from the late 80s. JP could be another or same. I remember TCK from the late 80s. I don't know. It don't ring a bell to me. I missed the GQ, right? All right. Fruit words, haha. Care, East Side, did you ever get into collecting graffiti magazines or videos? If so, notable joints? Nah, that wasn't my style. I actually have the Revs book here. Revs came out with a book. And in this book, they asked me, a story or something like that with a picture, and I sent it. I had no idea, who I was sending it to or something, just on Instagram or through messaging or something. Maybe through emails or something. So anyway, yeah, it was published in the book, and then they mailed me a book. And I got it, and I'm going to be getting it away. I'm going to give it away on my Patreon. All the person's going to have to do is say, "Oh, I want that book." Boom, it's yours. But I don't collect stuff like that, like books or magazines. It takes up a lot of space, man. And a lot of magazines for the past 20-something years have been about shit I don't give a fuck about. Like, it's really not graffiti to me, like I've explained in the past. Everyone says, "Oh, what are you talking about, Rob? Graffiti's more popular now than it's ever been." And I'm like, so the fuck, what's that mean to like a street kid that's out there actually writing graffiti? That means nothing, And it's the same with those books and magazines. I look through them, and it's like shit that, like, if you were around before it and you've seen it being created and you remember them and this and that, and it's not that big a deal, so you really don't give a shit about it. I guess like I'd be more interested in getting a copy of the Village Voice when they had all the whole cars in it. Remember that?
Yeah.
The Village Voice.
That's not around.
Yeah, but like something like that I'd like to get in frame or something, So no, and spray paint cans, I don't collect that shit either. I don't collect markers or keys. Although I probably wouldn't mind having a nice set of them keys, the MTA keys. Yeah, don't collect that shit. Collect the comic books. collect other things. Got a couple of frogs around here, amphibians and shit. All right. Dollar Bill Will. I just seen PK and Jackie up on the bridge near Rockaway. He looking like you don't know what you're talking about. All right. He said no. To Dollar Bill Will. I just seen PK and Jackie up on the bridge near Rockaway. That? No. No. All right. People. Peace, RD. Grand Affair. BK Sally Crook. Good afternoon. What's up, Crook? Yeah, Crook's on here.
Hello, Crooklyn.
There you go. That's PK. Mexi text. Do you know Surf or Mint? Thoughts on their style? I knew an older Surf. That's different than that, though. That was from Uptown. The dudes there, no, don't know. Don't really like their style too much either. JP, every time people outside of New York talk about New York City graffiti, they mention FX Crew or TC5. LOL. TC5 was the real shit. FX, they weren't around during the train era. They weren't like that. They weren't ever into trains. I mean, maybe a few members from FX Crew had hit trains and shit like that. But the crew wasn't around at that point. Now, TC5 goes way back, way before me and everything. TC5, a Blade Comet, Karachi, VAM, right? You got a bunch of them. Ajax, right?
Lady Pink, Doze.
Yeah, that's later on, TC5, right? Yeah. That's like art and design TC5. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's my era of TC5, and even a little before me. And then later on, even after that, you know. All right, Star, I missed the Village Voice. Yeah, that came out in, like 84 or something, right?
Oh, 80.
83 or something.
80, 81, 82.
Yeah, the early 80s. Early 1980s. Hello, PK, what's good? That's from Sally Crook.
What's up, Sal?
And then Sally Crook also says, I've never heard of FX Crew back in the day. Yeah, it didn't exist.
Didn't exist.
Yeah, Crook, you're right, man. All right, Culture NYC. Some TAT formed FX, I believe, after. Well, now some TAT, yeah, those dudes were up. They were hitting the sixes. And then later on, they moved on to like the 2s to 5s, stuff like that with T-Kid. But, Tats Crew, they were the king of the insides of the sixes for a couple of years. Yeah. Doc TC5, Crook says, yeah. Skate TC5, the person I was mentioning before, it actually showed us where to go to Grand Army Plaza to hit the 4s with Sash. Red Hood Ian, set it off. JP T-Kid, I believe, was FX Crew. Yeah, they all mendled around and split up and went this way and that way. All right, T-Kid, Culture NYC. What about TVS, the Vamp Squad? Yeah, they were out. They were doing some nice pieces, T-Kid and stuff like that. And a lot of them dudes, salty dudes. They put in work. Street kids. Grand Affair. I still have one of your tag subway maps from the MySpace days. Wow, what is that one? You could get them for $3, right? You mail. That was Rum's address. Yeah, you mail $3 to Rum's house, and then he mails you out a map. I remember that. Is that how it went, right? Hey, Sally Crooks. Yes, TVS was around in the early 80s. Yeah, definitely. But I can't picture any of them dudes going into FX. I mean, T-Kid, technically, but he kind of stopped pushing at TVS after a while. All right, now JP says that Cope 2 got his fame mostly from FX Crew, in my opinion. Yeah, then you must be pretty young there, buddy. Cope 2 was going off on the 4s, the 2s, the 5s, the Ds. I mean, call it what it is, but don't, I can't lie about the man. He fucking definitely destroyed the 4s, insides and outs. Right or wrong, Cope 2.
That's right.
I mean, you say what you say, but I mean, the truth is the truth. Back in the days, that dude was a monster. On the fucking number lines, the IoTs, he was up on like every car. On the insides, definitely destroyed the insides.
Bedford Park, the D yard.
Yeah, and he wouldn't even have the D trains too. I remember Grand Slam, this, that, all that shit he was writing. Yeah, no, Cope 2 went off. They lived around there too, which helped, But I mean, if anything, FX Crew got a lot of their fame off of him being an actual subway rider. You also had people like Sass purred a little bit on the subways with Tat's crew, actually, TAT. Yes, he would have purr and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's illegal. It's murals. Even the Bronx Hall of Fame area that they had that. I used to live not far from there. I'd walk in there and look around. It was graffiti, nothing too fantastic. I used to hear stories about TVS about getting Vic in the layups. Yeah, they were out there like that. Yeah, definitely. With Culture NYC. I cool flu one. PK needs to hit the trestle coming off the Triborough Bridge on 31st Street Avenue. All right. I met Per in the E's and F yard. I star X. That's star. I get so many comments on the jean. Oh, you get so many comments on the jean jacket you gave me with your tag on the back. I remember that. I gave you a T-shirt too, right? Yeah, with purple tag on it or something. Yeah, Culture, R.I.P. Per. I don't know. I don't like Per. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've exchanged words with Per. Me and Per didn't get along towards the end. I could get into that one day, but yeah. Me and Sammy, actually, we had situations with him. And you got to realize, I'll do it real quick, but why don't you just watch my very, very, very first episode here talking about the Hall of Fame? And I mentioned how I actually helped Per. You know, like I went out of my way because he was cowardly. Yeah, he had a big mouth, don't get me wrong, but I honestly helped that man. And he go talking shit about me. Well, that's the truth about it. You know, oh, you got your face all up in there. Ah! And that shit's live, too. You can't cut that out, dude. Go ahead, go that way. Just watch the wire. Easy. Easy. There you go. ARD, how are you today? I'm okay. Can't complain. All right, guys, what's going on? We got anyone else on here? Let me see if I missed anything. All right. Yeah, Crook says you got some signed cans from D3. Yeah. Hello, PK. What's good? Crook, never heard of FX. JP Culture, Grinder Fair. I still have one of your tag subway maps from MySpace days. And Star still got the jean jacket. Yeah, it's good, Rob Kemper. Yo, RD, let me know if you ever need screen printing done. No, but I did see your message about I should get one where it says set it off, for my shirt. And I don't want to do that because I don't believe that, like, set it off is something that we all say. And when I'm explaining a story, it's because someone honestly was like, yo, fuck that shit, set it off. And, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like I want that to be my catchphrase. I'm trying to steer away from that whole set it off thing. But people keep saying it. So if anything, it'll be a whoop-de-whoop. Just an RD tag, But yeah, definitely, if you got a good silk screen system going on, I definitely have some ideas I was thinking about. Like I've done with just the regular fabric paint. I would do the RD tag with white, and then I'd go back over it with a glow in the dark. And it's fabric paint too. It's like, well, this is a print here. It glows in the dark too. But I crumple it up, and I've been wearing it. I actually just took it off to do this show, and washed it about 4 times now in the wash. It seems to the paint seems to be holding in real good, and it seems to still glow in the dark real good. It comes out green like an RD tag. So once those things start working, yeah, I'm going to start giving them away on my Patreon. I'm not selling anything anymore. I'm just giving it away on my Patreon. You have to be a member, and every so often I put something on and I say, here, look, I'm giving this away. Anyone want it? Be the first person to comment that you'd like to have it, and I'll give it to you. I mail it out free of charge on my Patreon. I set it off would be a little negative, but it's part of the culture. I'm not sure. Yeah, but set it off also. Isn't that the name of that movie? Queen Latifah and them? And they're like lesbian bank robbers or something. Yeah. I'm not sure if you talked about him before, but do you have any stories with ear snot? Yeah, I went into that before. I knew ear snot pretty well. Bumped into him several times. Got no problem with him or them people. For some reason, a lot of people think that like those guys had problems with us or something. I don't. Never brought to my attention. I'd known them guys, bumped into them, hung out, no problems. You ever heard of a group from Queens called 718? PK, you ever hear of a group from Queens called 718? Where is PK? Where did he leave? I think PK's gone. High Power Set It Off was a good song too. Yeah, it was a song also. Carrie said, Straffy Set It Off classics. All right, Star Acts, yes, great movie. Set It Off. That was from Star. And there's the early 80s song, Set It Off. Yeah. But yo, Cook, you remember that? Were you guys saying that out in Brooklyn? Or was that just a Manhattan thing? Had a new park. NYF, you ever had New Park? I never even heard of New Park. Brooklyn, South Brooklyn. We never said set it off. See, Crook never said set it off. Yo, PK, where'd you go? Hold on, let me come back. Wait, the guy fucking ran away. Yo, PK, you in there? Where'd you go?
It's usually be 20 minutes, he said.
Well, I'm live in here, so I don't know. But you're gonna need any help, just let me know. I'll help you. Right? Yeah, I don't know where PK went. I don't see him. All right. I thought yours was Fanuc from JP. I don't even know what a Fanuc means. BK, so what's the name? Yours not. I like it. I think it's cool. It's like puke. I remember Lace used to do puke pieces. 7W. Did you know anything of the person that used to draw the slice of watermelon all around? No, never heard of it or saw it. Do I know BL from Queens? Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? I met him a few times. BL. I think he's like TMR or something, right? Give me a minute. You know, I remember seeing someone was running around with like a nail and a carrot, and they would nail a carrot up on like construction sites and shit. First, I thought it was like some Santeria stuff, like some kind of spiritual thing or something done. And then I started seeing it more. I guess that's PK's back. Let me see what's going on. Give me a minute there, people. Who that, puppy? Who that? Who that, PK?
Hey, I just stopped the video.
No, I didn't. It's that. I just didn't know if you were still here or not. He's got someone coming over like that now. So go in there, be careful. Don't be bumping into my damn
I
blind.
know. He's listening to it.
Well, yeah, what we were asking is about setting it off. Did you guys ever use that term?
Set it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. What?
No, I mean, like, what about the fight?
Yeah.
I'll be right in. Who that girl? Where's it? Who that? Look up.
Set it off!
Oh, dear. Whoop. You see a lighter over there?
No.
I got it. Balls! Y'all stung! All right, where we at here? What you want, right? You all up in this shit, right? Gang. High power Santeria. Yeah, but no, it's actually like a street art store. We're nailing up carrots. You ever see that?
No.
What about Set It Off? You guys used to say that out in Queens? Yo, Set It Off.
Set It Off was a movie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The bank robber girls.
Yeah.
Hey, Santeria RD was raised close to El Barrio. He has Spanish Harlem uptown blood. Baricua. Set it off. Hey, high power. What's up? From Fifi Barbora. Mr. Chop Top. Set it off. Coat NYF. Howard Beach, Queens. Yeah.
Sorry, man. I need your help moving the canvas.
All right, guys. Here, keep talking to him, PK. You can read this stuff up there. I gotta help my son for a minute here.
You're not seeing my face, buddies.
You put a rag over your head, man. You'd be like a gangbanger. West Coast.
I gotta read this shit. Howard Beach, Queens. Yeah. That would be. I mean, it's a good neighborhood. From what I remember back in the days in the early '80s, there was a problem back then. There's two kids, black kids got chased for, over some Italian kids, and one happened to die. I don't remember, or one got, they jumped on the highway and they got hit by a car or something happened. And they did their time, whatever. The guys did their time. They came out and everything. But other than that, I don't know. Howard Beach is a good neighborhood, though. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, listen, if things were right, I would show my face, but I've been around for many, many years and I just can't show my face. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just could tell you that we're still around, and I guess graffiti's always going to be around. We'll never, it's a never ending thing. It's, it is what it is.
So you ain't entertaining them, man?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Come on, man.
Yes, I am.
Yo, I'm losing subs, man. Hey, you just answer what they say here. Did you answer it?
I love a story. Probably more, huh? They say blah, 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 blah. If I something cool. PK, what do you think about the new?
You gotta be careful. You might get a little troll in there somewhere. But go ahead, talk to them, man. PK needs glasses. Yo, tell them about down on the 14th Street. Tell them that story. When we're getting chased around down under the abandoned station. Huh?
I know.
He's like, I don't want to tell them nothing. Say, yo, I ain't a rat.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing. I don't know nothing. Man, statute of limitations, bro. No. And then PK's like, yo, I don't know nothing.
Yo, coaches that put on your glasses, PK.
PK's like, yo, I don't know nothing. Graffiti, what's graffiti?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Yo, let me tell you something. I don't need to see
Tell them story.
far
Tell
away.
them something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I need reading glasses because my fucking eyes, I need to see the fucking phone. I need to see,
And tell them about graffiti, man.
Rob wants me to talk about graffiti. Well, graffiti, wow. Graffiti started a long, long time ago. It had to be back in 1978 when I first started writing graffiti. I bumped into a lot. Actually, the writer that first I got introduced to was Nick 23. Nick 23. He was in school, junior high school, and he was writing in the staircase, and he, I seen him writing in the staircase. I said, "What the hell are you doing?" He says, "I'm writing graffiti." I says, "Oh yeah." I says, "Okay." He says, "Hey, write your name." So I took it was a pilot marker. So I wrote my name. I'm not going to tell you my name is. And I was like, okay, whatever. So like the next day, whatever, I was like, oh, wow. Well, I was like, where do I get this marker from? And he told me Genevieve's drugstore. So I went, went to the store, found the marker, and I didn't have money for it. So what did I put it in my sleeve, in my coat, and I got away with it. And the next day I went to school. I started writing on the bathrooms, started putting my name up. I was like, whoa, I can't be writing my name because it's, I'm writing my straight name. I'm going to get caught. I'm going to wind up getting caught. So what I did, I had to change it. So I changed it to my initials. And I'm not going to tell you what my initials are because you're not supposed to know. So anyway, I wrote my initials. And from there, I started writing my initials. I got up so much everywhere in my whole neighborhood. This is 1978, going into 79. I started writing everywhere. And I was scared because they're like, I was young. I was like 13, 14 years old. I was like, wow, I gotta change my name. So I went, there was these writers that wrote P.O., Public Outlaw. So I liked the way he wrote his P's. So I took the P, and then I went P.A., P.B., P.C., B.B., B.B. I got to P.K. I wrote the P and the K, and they both matched. I liked the way they looked. So that's when I started writing P.K. So from there, from 1980, I was in high school. And I started, I met this writer, L.I., which is loony. L.I. means loony inside, which is loony, Looney, loony. He was a crazy kid. His name was Eddie. may he rest in peace. Today he passed away. And I started writing. We started bombing everywhere. The E&F yard, 30th Avenue, from all Astoria layup. We used to go down to the Brooklyn Bridge, the yard there, and we had a lot of. I go to the D yard with him. I would go the 7 yard. I would hit a lot of stuff, and then once 1982 came, I started going to the M yard. After all these years, the writers, I left LI and went with Ven, not Ven with Ghost, the original Ven.
What's what?
The original Ven, which I could tell you his name because I haven't seen him in so many years. His name is Eugene, and I was bombing with him, and from there, I don't know, just it led to how can I say my phone. Hold on. That's LEE3 actually calling me.
LEE3. Put him on speakerphone. I don't know.
Lee, what's up?
Lunchtime, suck balls.
Yeah. What's up, Lee?
You suck big balls.
Yeah.
LEE3. You remember LEE3?
LEE3. Yeah. Lee, I'm
Lee.
Lee.
I get out of RD's house.
Yeah, I'm here right now.
What's up, Lee?
What's up, RD's? He can't suck balls. He ain't suck a big ball, bright ball.
Fucking
LEE3.
Yo, Lee's crazy. Yo, Lee, we're going live actually on the internet.
All right, so I can catch it later.
Nash.
Yeah, we got Nash on here too now.
Yeah, now Nash is calling. Nash.
You got all the good people.
Okay.
That's what the benefits of having a phone is, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, but RD, make sure fucking BK suck big balls.
Suck big balls, all right.
Yo, Lee.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I gotta let you go because I have Nash. I have to talk to Nash.
No problem.
I promise I'll call you back. All right.
Yo, LEE3, take care, bro. Take care, man. Later, Lee. Yeah, later, man.
Suck balls.
That was LEE3. He used to write LEE3, Rose, ROSE, on the letter lines. LEE3. Yeah, classic shit.
That's how we talk.
Yeah, you know. These people out here, why is he telling us to suck his balls? Y'all again, it's a New York thing, man.
Yeah.
That's how we say hello. Like I say, when people troll me and they're like, "Oh, this, that," and I'm like, "With them, that, no, these, there." I'm like, "No, I know that dude since he was 5 years old, man. You know, and he's fucking with me out here. And even Sammy D3 was fucking with me out here once."
Nash.
What's up, Nash?
Yo,
Hey,
Yo, what up?
hey, what's good, man?
we got you live, man.
You got me live?
Well, yeah, he called you while I'm live on my thing. LEE3 was just on the phone before too.
Oh, shit. All right, what's going on with you, brother?
Yeah, chilling, man. Let me see what they got here.
So,
Do you
what
have
are you
any,
doing, Rich?
any stories getting on
Right
top?
now, I'm just handling, I'm doing some legal work in the house right now.
Get on
It's
grills.
about Sunday. I had a long night yesterday. I thought RD was out here. I was about to pass the night camping. That big camping.
Nah, I'm in the city, man. I'm where I live, man. You got to come by one day,
You
man.
gotta bring that dude out here, bro.
But you know where I live, man. You've been here, man.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't stop by like that.
Yeah.
Every time I'm in the city, it's like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm not gonna knock with
You can, but I'm not in the front room no more. That's my son's room. You know, he's painting these big, he's painting these big, huge paintings now, man. Like things like 7 feet tall, 4 feet wide. So I gave him the big room, and I took the little one. You know. Yeah. Yeah, but you can knock on the window. The dog will bark, and he'll come. You know, he'll tell me, "Oh, there's someone at the window." Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now, let me read some of these things. All right, so G. Lendow says, Nash, what's up?
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the people. It's nice. Yo, dude, I'd leave New York right now if I could, man. If I could get out of here right now, I'd leave. But, you know, my son and like his whole little art career and everything, and I still got a couple of years of work I could stretch out. But if I honestly was financially set, I'd leave this place, man. This shit is bad, man. They're killing me out here, man. And I'm old too. I'm like a Karen now. I'm like, hey, stop that. What are you doing? You know, I don't know why I'm getting knifed. Someone got to knife my ass.
yeah, I want to go to the freight spots. You got freight spots.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, no, you can come to my job, no problem.
You know, as in a graffiti movie called Bomb the System or something.
I don't know. I never met Gano. Nah, you were telling me. Yeah, one of you guys were. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hell no. Put it right back. Yeah.
Hey.
So what I'll do is I'll step by your job here.
All right.
And Rob, I'm gonna take you up on that. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'll call you before that, you know, because sometimes I'm out there late.
Yeah, just meet up with PK. Come in together one day, man.
All right.
Yeah, whatever, man. You know where I'm at.
And call that weed guy. Problem again.
Yeah, I remember that shit. With rum, I remember that.
I tell people that story, bro. That shit is sweet, man. You know about that shit?
No, I heard.
I mentioned it on my podcast once. I was talking about that's when it was the 777 cash, the Pope, the marijuana delivery service, and we were robbing them. I remember that. It was you, me, Nat, Rum, right on 60th Street, Terrestrius. We had him deliver. It was a big dude too, like a Hell's Angel and shit. That's because we robbed them so much they started hiring them dudes to fucking deliver the weed. And the Hell's Angels motherfuckers. Did you ever meet Dondi in the train era? Did I ever meet Dondi in the train era? No.
Man.
All right, G. Linda. Superb video. Are they moving to
All right,
Ozarks,
brother.
hopefully?
All
All right, take care, yo. Yeah, man.
All right.
All right.
Right.
All right, set it off. LOL. Y'all wild, RD. You ever met Dondi in the train era?
Why do
No.
you keep saying you met Don? You know how many times they say that?
But it's more annoying when they do that shit about revs and shit like that. The revs was up on the insides and
What's
subways
Rev?
and stuff.
My
Yeah,
G.
That is him, right?
Yeah, my G. Thanks for RD Live.
Yeah. So that is DREF.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, maybe we shouldn't blow him up, but we won't say who's DREF.
No.
But he
But
said,
you see, he sends me.
See, I don't got a phone, man. People getting in touch with you when you go live, right? They're like, yo, man. Darren, care to go into the story about Tracy getting arrested? LOL.
I could do that
Bro,
one
grab
day.
this phone in your hand for one second. That's $1,000 in your hand.
It's nice, man. It's
That's
heavy, man.
$1,000. That's what
That's a good phone, man. I don't have one, man.
Look at the back and look at the
That should look like going to water with that shit,
It's
right?
all video camera, you would have a blast.
It's probably waterproof, right?
What? Yeah, this would like throw it in the water and everything.
I can't get into the story about Tracy. Just I can do that one day now, right now. I want to actually get and see Tracy and talk to him. I also am supposed to go up to see Joey TDS and shit in the Bronx. I keep putting that off too. A lot of people, well, even Nash was just saying, I just, I'm like a homebody. All right, what up, RD? Ever run into Beep and Stain from Long Island? Too nice TPA. Nope. I never heard of them, to be truthful with you. I used to love seeing Too Nice straights.
Yeah, you never heard of Too Nice?
Well, not that Too Nice. I heard of Too Nice from the Upper West part of Harlem. And E Nice, also ENYCE or something. And Too Nice.
Too Nice.
There was with C3.
Too Nice used to be with Sloan, I think. Sloan, Too Nice.
Yeah, but that's a Queens one. See, like me, it was Manhattan and the Bronx in my mind, graffiti wise. Like all that Queens and Brooklyn stuff. That I always say that, like my knowledge falls off in that area. That's where you would be helpful. PK says yes, he's heard of them. Me, I don't know.
Yes.
That's Too Nice.
Too Nice. Yes, I've heard of them.
Who else was it? What about Beep and Stain?
Who?
Beep, like beep, beep, and Stain.
Never touched the stuff.
Yeah, never heard of that. But did hear Too Nice TPA. Ever met Dez? Yeah, I knew that. I have done stories about that. I met Dez and didn't even know he wrote graffiti, Dez. He used to be a squeegee. He used to wash windows like a block away from my house. Yeah. With the car thing when the cars stopped for traffic. Yeah. And
you know that?
Then I saw him on Style Wars. I was like, oh shit. My brother was like, yo, that's that dude. I was like, yeah. And a long time ago, we didn't get along with him because we would sell newspapers. Like we'd steal stacks of newspapers. This is going back to when I'm like 13 and he's probably 15.
Newspapers and fresh bread.
People used to do that too.
Yeah.
But I would grab the newspaper. They'd throw them off the truck in front of the Optimo shop. And then me and Rauscher, Sammy, Eddie Bannock, and then we'd take them and we'd sell them on the 59th Street Bridge. They would we'd get like a dime each one or something.
Went in front of the bakery.
Of course, man. Come on, you've seen me with bags of bread here like that. Oh, you've seen me with the bags, with the address still to this day. like last year and shit.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Yeah, we got into that. Someone was asked. That was probably you trolling me, right?
No.
Wait, I gotta get that. That's my son. Here, keep them busy there. So answer some questions.
Yeah.
Where'd you leave off? You were talking about 1980s.
We're talking about toilet paper. Yeah. We're talking about, Rob never, ever, I'm not going to lie to you, ever paid for a roll of toilet paper. A toilet paper is like, why should I pay for toilet paper? Toilet paper should be free. Toilet paper, you wipe your ass with it. You understand? Why should you pay for toilet paper? You tell me. I'm gonna let all you guys say you're trying to see if you can see me. I'm right here. But I want you to know, why should Robert RD357 pay for toilet paper? Yo, Robert got his fucking telephone.
Now I got a telephone,
Now
yo.
he
Yo, for real. Oh, that's hilarious. Now I got a real fucking telephone, so now y'all can call me, okay? Okay.
1-800-EAT shit.
1-800. Suck my dick. Oh shit.
I can't wait to bomb that phone.
Yeah, I got they stumbled onto me. Someone just gave it to me to do something on it for them. Yeah, we could get some tags on it. I just don't want to tip over and kill my frog.
The last subject I was talking about was toilet paper.
Man. Yeah, no, people know I don't buy toilet paper.
I was telling him. Now, see what he said. You gotta read.
Really? They got toilet paper toilets in every lick star. Yeah. Toilet paper, I remember the massive rolls of toilet paper. They thought one ply. That's funny shit. So ask me something. What's up, people?
I'll call you Colette.
Yo, Seinfeld was just chasing him down the block for that phone.
I got a Village Voice thing here too. You know the Village Voice paper things? I love shit like that. Look at this thing. Can you see it? NYPD, FDY, Fire Department. I got my departments mixed up. Now look at this. You remember this?
Yeah. There's one good one.
He's my rock. Like Sade, right? He's my fucking rock.
It's backwards, but it's PK.
Yeah, no, and there it comes out. It looks that way. I thought that too at first. But then when you look at it, you play it back, it's not. Like they're seeing it regular. Weird shit, right? Like I would make one video with music, and the music didn't even come out in it. But I came out in it. When I was making this clay figure. And people must think I'm nuts. I'm like, oh, I love this song. I don't like this and shit, but they don't hear nothing. Here's a laptop. I dropped it. See, I got a little crack right here. Because you know why? Because I bought it. You know, whenever you buy something, it falls apart, it gets stolen. You steal it, it lasts forever. Right or wrong? I didn't even get the warranty on the damn thing.
Where are we at here? Any story, the BMT lines with PK?
What is that, like the Tishman shit, right?
Yeah.
INDs, BMTs, all the same shit, right?
Yeah, IND, BMT, same shit.
Yeah, here's a good one. It's just Culture NYC. What about kids not learning how to tag, instead want to rock fills first before learning how to tag?
Yeah, they're putting the carriage before the horse. Now structurally, the whole graffiti game is so different that you can't even think that way. It's like I was saying in my last one, like what makes a great graffiti writer, you know? And it's like a lot of it had to do with the character of the person, how they walk this earth. Like you could be up a lot and people, oh yeah, this, that. Well, but you do have people like Zephyr that are in high regard and stuff like that that were not out there like that. They were getting fucked around. Culture NYC, which is DF, right? Yeah. He says, blessed to have some PK canvassers. G. Lindau, Sal, good to see you. Perfect trifecta, Crook, PK, and RD. G. Lindau, Sal, BT couldn't have said better. That's one thing deep that Crook had told me that BT had said. How'd it go again? There's a lot of people that write graffiti, but only a few of them are actually graffiti writers. That's what he said. Crook said that. Deep shit, man. BT, rest in peace. All right. Best TV show or movie you've seen your tags or pieces in? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people talk about Ghostbusters. I probably would say I got the most recognition from that. Also, Witness to the Mob, the Sammy Gavano story, I come off in that pretty good. Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, I was in that pretty good. That Black Rain or something like that with Michael Douglas or whatever. I was good on that. A big truck goes by down on Canal Street when they're chasing after the Asian gangs. Basquiat, a lot of movies I had tags in. But
I saw it down on Canal Street.
Free Joey Cupcakes. I like that shit. All right, I believe in the quotes at one point. Facts, RD Witness to the Mob, nice. Yeah, I came off good in that movie. They're like walking by a construction site, 1976. And it's got a big RD tag on it, right? Like Sammy Gavano. Yeah, it's not 1976. It was made in like the 80s and 90s or something. Probably early 90s. Also, I came off in Daredevil. I came off in Rough Cut Diamonds, that Adam Sandler movie about
the girl with
the diamonds.
Yeah.
You know, the diamond guy, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
And
Good,
he's
the Jew.
Yeah.
That bitch.
Yeah, I came off in that one. Real good, actually. It's weird because it's like they're in the building. Like they open the door and there's an RD tag. Like, I don't know. I must have been a bike messenger or something. You know, some weird shit. But yeah.
Kanye West was somehow to do with the girl, the fucking, what's her name?
I don't know. I don't know who you talk. I don't remember the movie too much. It was good. I enjoyed it. At the end, he gets shot in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very good movie.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember much about it.
That girl, the girl that he,
Who's
that was his girl.
Not Melissa Tomei.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck was her
name? Also, the Daredevil, I came off in good. The Defenders. I was even in the Defenders that made for Netflix, which is pretty good. Precious, I think I like Precious the best. When he kicks her in the back, boom, around 127th Street, you know, Precious with Monique and that girl. That's Precious was the name of the movie. And they kick her right in the back. And as they kick her in the back, a big RD and a RE tag right there. That I came off nice. And a bunch of movies. Uncut Gems, yeah. Knock, you're welcome, brother.
Julia Fox.
Julia Fox. Yeah, I don't even know who that is. You know, I heard Megan Fox. She's dressing her little boys like girls. You heard about that?
According to Wikipedia, Julia Fox is an Italian-American actress and model.
Yeah, she's pretty, man.
Look, with Kanye West.
Oh, that's his wife now, right?
No, that's another one.
I don't know, man. I don't want to hear about that shit. We over here talking about RD and PK, man.
Yeah.
Fuck Hollywood, man. But I heard Megan Fox now. She's got her children, their boys, dressing like girls, like walking around and shit. And they're mad. They're like, we don't want to dress like girls. And she's like, well, you're gonna have to. Like, I'm serious. Like, the kids are upset that like they're forcing it on her. Some wild shit. And I always like that Megan Fox. I mean, you know, look at a lot of these chicks, man. They're all like, yeah, it's weird, man. Like, that's crazy. RD, call up Sammy. Call Sammy, get him on the phone. Laughed my ass off. Julia Fox, hot as fuck. Yeah. Like, ooh, you heard that? That was a dog fart. You heard that shit, right? Went. My dog just cut a nasty one. Because she's old now. That's how she farts.
They hear me talking?
Yeah, they hear you, man.
That's why they're fucking.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think, man? You're sitting next to me talking, bro.
Yo, we're going to call Sammy right
now. Yeah. He's calling Sammy right now. Make his age, though. MJK. Don't ring a bell. Yeah, we're calling Sammy. Yeah, he's going to call Sammy right now, D3. Culture NYC PK. I don't remember you having any beef back in the day, do you? I don't remember you having any beef. Yeah, do you have any beef? Who'd you have beef with, PK, back in the days? Well, you probably just caught shit from us. Like, all right? Like, people fucking with us would probably cross you out or something. No, not really.
SP1.
Who? SP, yeah, SP. SP, yeah. But that was later on. He wasn't really up. That's another one, man. SP. People think that dude didn't do shit. Now, what do you do? When did he start writing? Like, he wasn't even writing when the trains were running. If he was, it was like he caught like some bullshit line in the middle of fucking nowhere. You know, like a G or something like that. TB, is there a writer that has impressed you by the number of writers they have mentored the actual turn solid graffiti writer crew? Yeah, Tracy 168, Bantu, Fuzz, Free Toast, PK's pretty impressive. Yeah, a lot of them dudes. Tats Crew, extremely impressive. Part TDS, come on, man. That's like the best of the best right there. It was T-Kid, extremely impressive. I laugh my also SPBFB. But fucking buddies. G. Landau, have Sammy speak about Mike Rodriguez on YSR.
Sammy,
We got you live, bro.
What's this?
it's PK and RD.
It's the PK and RD D3 trifecta show. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
They want us to ask you about Mike Rodriguez on the YSR Ninja.
Mike Rodriguez.
Yeah, you heard the dog fart again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got dogs farting over here.
Good. All right, so what's up? What was this thing you wanted to ask me about, BK? About TC?
Yeah, TC, because
Yeah, but you're live now. I'm
yeah,
live.
I know,
So
I
y'all
know.
gotta talk down. Y'all talking about, butt and
I
shit.
just- yeah,
Fuck
just
around,
some-
get arrested, man. And all of a sudden I'm
No,
DJ
listen.
Vlad. Motherfuckers be like, oh,
Yes,
RD's DJ
yes.
Vlad. They got locked up. Yeah, put it on mute,
From,
man. Yeah.
Coney
They
Island.
be like, yo,
SKID,
got locked up because of
why
RD's
the
fucking thing.
DE357
Shit.
over there.
That's funny
I
shit.
said,
Yeah.
I didn't
Let's
go
speak
over
about Mike
TS.
Rodriguez
No, not going
live
over TS, going over another
in
TC.
effect. That's funny
Coney
shit.
Island.
Obvious, right?
Yeah, I left my ass off. That's, you know,
Yeah,
live in
that's what I was
effect. I
saying.
remember
They're
that.
gonna have to like this. They're gonna have to settle that
My
themselves.
DRD
Yeah.
call
I
up
know.
Sammy, Julia Fox, hot as fuck. What about that
Yeah,
Megan
you know
Fox,
what
huh?
it is? Because TS don't look.
Yeah. All right, Star X is cracking up laughing over here.
Exactly.
Hey, tell him Star says hello, Sammy.
Wait.
Just
Talk,
say hello to everyone on Instagram.
What's up, man?
say hi.
What's going on? Yo!
Breakdance, motherfucker.
I'm in the store right now.
That's a good call, man. He's in the store right now. He can't get too wild. But he says hello to everybody. Yeah. Yeah, we had LEE3. Yeah, all right, man.
We had LEE3 in the house just now, bro.
Okay.
I got to get mice, so I'm going to be up there later.
I love you, brother.
Lick balls. Hey, ID, how about another comeback? Can't call it a comeback. You see, you don't look at the back of trucks, man. All right, G. Lindau, great video, D3. Yeah, he's gone already. But, yeah. That was a good one, LEE3. People probably don't even know of him, right? LEE3 used to go off on the insides, yeah. Like people like Lee. They know of like Lee Fab 5, but they don't know about LEE3. Yeah.
No, and he did it by himself.
Yeah.
He literally, the fucking fat little chink would do it. No, I know it's funny. I know. But he'd do it by himself, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he would hit
everywhere, bro.
Who, LEE3, right?
Yeah, by himself. Yo, I believe when I first met him in fucking Brooklyn. He lived in Astoria, but I met him in Brooklyn with a fucking, I call him shopping bag lady.
Yeah, he was a thief too, man. He used to put it in, man.
He was the best. He was one of the best.
He used to set it off.
Yeah, testers. Yo, he used to, because back in the testers, he used to fucking, the dude went off, bro.
Yeah, no, he was a writer, man. But that's what I'm saying. See, people like him, people don't even know about. That's why I come on here and I talk about it. And then you got people that are like trolls that they go, oh, this is boring. Who's that? I only know of Lee, Fab 5, and this and that. And then they get, so they get bored and they start typing in nasty shit like a liberal, whoever yells the loudest wins or something like that, in their type of, like their mindset.
They're going by with the book.
Yeah. You don't see LEE3 out there like that. That was straight up, man. Real street kid, criminal shit, man. Hey, Christian Schmidt, getting mice. What are you feeding? I'm feeding my frogs. Yeah. I got a. If you want to Google it, I got a South American horned frog, and I got the big old pixie frog, a male.
Pixie frog?
Yeah, South African pixie frog. He down there. He was the size of a
That's
quarter.
what I'm saying. I want to see that.
Yeah, he was the size of a
You told me you're
quarter
gonna let me see.
on Christmas. He was the size of a fucking quarter. Now he's like.
What is
He's
it
the
now?
size of a dinner plate almost, man. Well, no, he's like the size of a coffee saucer. Yeah, I'll show you, but I won't show them.
Face.
I just go like this. And you gotta let this. They see the humidity. I have the humidity in there, so just let the tank get rid of some of the humidity, and then you'll see him.
No,
He's like a flower pot.
no, I'm showing PK's hand.
PK. They're gonna get your fingerprint, bro.
You can have it.
And then they're gonna be over there saying I'm like DJ Vlog, right?
Ah.
Yeah. His style was iconic for me in Queens. Yeah, definitely. LEE3 put it in, man. Yeah. Frogs, yeah. Frogs, fucking realest OG. Frog.
And when you put, remember when you wrote frog, they were laughing at you?
Yeah. People didn't get it. They were laughing at me. I was writing frog. I was writing that with Skid and OJ. And they're like, come on, frog, Rob? For real? Like, they were making fun of me. Like, hey, the frog. Here comes the frog. They're fucking with me, man. It's OJ and Skid and them, man. Funny. It was fun, man. We fuck around. Everyone's like, oh, no. And they're like, what are you going to do? I'm like, yeah, the frog. Like, the frog. Like, oh, come on. It's like, yo, we're going out tonight, right? So, like, Skid will be like, telling OJ, yeah, but RD's writing the frog. OJ be like, yo, forget it. I ain't going. Yeah, they hated that frog shit, yeah. Who you calling now? What are your thoughts on writers that never improve or get better over time?
Yo, Skid.
Hey,
Yo,
what's
going
up?
on?
Well, I was live. I'm live on my YouTube, and we're just talking. It's me, RD, and it's PK. What's going on? Yo, we were just talking about when I was writing the frog. I was like, you guys like, they're like, oh man, he's writing the frog. Yeah, that shit was classic, bro. How's it going, man? I'll talk to you later. I'm live right now. But yeah, that was funny shit, man. Yeah, that's Skid right there. You hear him on the thing? Say hello to all my people out there.
Yo, what's up?
That's my boy, Skid, right there. Skid
What's going on,
357.
brother?
What's up, bro? What's up, man? What's going on?
All right, chilling, bro. Chilling with RD.
See, it's good. He has a phone, man. We've been calling people all morning, right? With a phone. ID, what's up, yo? Biggest target with paint on the reel.
He's oh my god.
All right.
Man.
Why I hit a truck where Bob the Frog
Hello?
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
once
he's on
away.
live. He's live right now on YouTube.
Oh, Bill, do you do the
Yeah, that's why I was telling you. I was like, yo, with the story about when I was writing Frog.
I love the frog.
You like the frog. Like, oh, man, you go write the frog. Fuck the frog. Like, oh, fuck the frog, man. No, don't write the frog. Bring that back, right? Yo, I'll talk to you, man. It's been a while, man. Yeah, I know. My son does. I still live where I live. If you're in the neighborhood, man, ring the bell. Yeah, definitely, bro. All right. All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Skid.
The real ID is an Albanian truck driver. This guy is an imposter. See, now we start getting a little trolls on us.
Yo, you see how when you talk about people, I already have their number.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I need a fucking phone, man. I need a phone. IPD back porch. Top Brom. All right, so come on, ask her something, man. If not, I'm going to go off, man. It's Sunday right here. It's Lord's Day, man. What do you prefer, white Pentels or whiteout pens? I like the white Pentels. Yeah, white Pentels. Back in the days. Yeah,
White Pentel.
I remember we used to be able to put ink in that shit, too. You flip it
Yeah,
about.
pop the tip out, put the fuck. Yo, you know how many times when I stuck the
Sally Crooks, his great show, but he's driving, so he can't. Yo, you got to come by one day, man. Yeah, you saw we had LEE3's voice in there. They had SKID, everyone on there. NASH. Yeah. What were you saying?
I was saying I used to take the Pentel, and when I pull the pin out, I used to pop like a safety pin in there to add the ink. And I used to pour the ink with a safety pin, and sometimes it used to slip, and boom, right in my face.
I used to crack that whole piece off and just use the little metal, the whole little metal piece, and I would just stick a fucking chalkboard right and then just squirt back. And you catch about 4 tags and you re-squirt on it.
No, but
I used to do that. Well, I do that with beer can even.
Yeah,
I could
no.
do that.
But yeah, that's how I used to do it. It's like to mix colors. I used to get a brand new Pentel pen, white. I used to take a blue, like say if I wanted a light blue or a red or
Like
pink.
the orange was hot.
Orange.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
The transparent
And I
orange.
would,
Flow
go
Master.
through, it takes time. You used to be careful, but I'm telling you, I used to stick the fucking thing, and once it pops in your face. That's it. There's nothing you can do.
You want to know a story about how you did the stompers? I guess on the Hellgate. Climbed up there and did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Garvey, they're talking about supermarket.
Yeah,
That was
Garvey.
good, but it was. I liked it just to thin out my to make my marsh last longer. Like I didn't like to just use purple. Like it was kind of sandy and stuff, but that was like a Brooklyn Queens thing. Mostly, if you think about Harlem and the Bronx, really didn't use that shit.
Go in the supermarket. They'd be sitting right on top. As soon as you go,
I get them behind the cigarette store on Sloan's. In Sloan's, right here, where it's Castidi's now.
Go down the aisle, get the countertop, get your matches.
Yeah, you'd be good to go. Yeah, I used to get the Garvey ink that would keep it for the machine, the stamper machines, behind the cigarette machine, right up near Sloan's, which Sloan's is now Castidi's. But remember the cigarette machines?
Yeah.
They would keep it, and I would just walk by, act like I'm tying my shoe, and just pick it up right on the window. I could walk by the store and see if they had a new one or not.
Out looking for cases because they came in. I'm telling you, they were always fucking there.
Yo, I remember with NASH. We were just talking to him on the phone. You can ask him. I remember we were getting this ink. I think it's from that factory with the big apple on it in Astoria, like Long Island City. We were breaking into that and stealing like fucking Clorox bottles filled with fucking ink, man. It was like gallon bottles filled with that shit. Now, on the streets, if you do it, it's whack. It fades real quick and it comes off. But on the insides, like you could get rid of it almost with water. You follow me? But on the insides, it ain't raining. Like when you're doing the insides of subway, it was good. If you like a lady, if someone sleeps like this shit here will get all smeared off. But if you write higher on the ceilings, that shit was the bomb. It was flat as fuck. It was like almost like a carbon type thing. And if you went like you could actually smear it off. But who gave a fuck the amount? When you're at war and you're going hard like that shit was beautiful, man. Just write high. You got me? Like do headliners and ceilings. That shit was the bomb. We had so much of that shit, man. NASH, we used to get that shit. And then he started mixing something in it, and it made it more like solid. I forget what it was, like a turpentine or some crazy shit. Like he started adding something in it that made it permanent. Like Nash was good with that shit, like inks and stuff. D3 is good with that. He's always making some weird concoction. Still to this day, he's probably sitting there making a marker right now. D3, he's good with that stuff. Yeah, Sally Crook. We used to rock the steal the erasers from school for the layups. Yeah, for the tips. Yeah, definitely. That's what we do. One strip, right? Fold it over. That was the shit.
That was the main thing. The eraser board.
Yeah, with the little strings in it, right? It had like green and red string. You know what else? The Rikers Island blankets. It's the same fucking material. If you ever noticed those Rikers Island blankets with the string in them and stuff, like the same fucking material, man. Same exact material. Let me see Sally Crook. Let me scroll down a little bit. Did you use etch bath? I've used etch bath. Were you trying to pass through? Yeah, it's down here, the camera. So but I've used etch bath with RE a few times. Wasn't big on it. I mean, it worked and all, but other things out there.
Let me see what we got here. This thing's running out of juice, so I gotta plug it back in to charge it. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off, man. You ain't got nothing else to say. We've been here for quite some time now. You guys take care. Have a good one, all right? All right, man.